Hi everybody, Kenneth G Hasty here once again with my video series for business owners, for sales managers, and for salespeople. And basically this series, I'm a professional business growth consultant, and so this series is to help you get better at what you do. It's kind of free advice from me. And if you want to talk about consulting, you can get a hold of me directly at kennethghasty.com. Or if you just have a question, kennethghasty.com as well. So let's talk about today's topic. Today's topic is called Tell Them What to Expect. And what does that mean? You know, so many people now, you meet with a customer, you've got a limited amount of time, or a potential customer, so you sit down and you're like, okay, I only got a minute, I only got, so he's sitting there watching his watch, right? Kind of, okay, where are we at? And the salesperson gets in there and they play this game, you talk about something and then you lead to the next kind of thing, and then you talk, and really the person, put yourself in those shoes. So the salesperson is talking to you and doesn't seem to be getting anywhere. You don't really understand what their agenda is. You don't know, and so you're kind of in la-la land there, and you're caught up in that, so you're not paying as much attention to the sales pitch, and you're more likely to cut it short. But what if that salesperson, when they first sat down with you, said this? They said, there's about 3 things that it's important that I cover with you today. Basically, these 3 things are this. I'd like to know a little about the history of your business, where you came from, how you got to where you are now, and a little bit about the business right now, how's it going, what would you like to change, you're doing this in your head so you know what products or services you have that might fit into what they have right now. And then the future, where you say, well, where do you want to take it? What's your vision for this company? And as they talk about that, you're also in your mind kind of framing, your how your products or services might fit with that. So in short time, though, they already know who you are and what you're selling to a degree, right? So by sitting down and you say, okay, I got these 3 things I want to, handle real quick, and the ones I just talked about. And then the important thing now, because they may already have a preconceived notion or potential objection to your product already. So what you want to know is, if you can see this here, is there anything else? So once you've established this, you have laid out your 3 things, ask them simply, is there anything else we need to cover today that will, help this conversation? And they'll go, well, I heard da-da-da-da-da. Okay, don't address it right then. Don't just kind of put that away. Take notes even, so say, okay. Now, is there anything else that would, help our conversation as we go forward here? Well, there was this one. Okay, well, let's talk about it. Okay, let's get that down, And, well, how about that? Is there anything else that might possibly, affect the outcome of this conversation? Is it, well, I heard it's kind of expensive or whatever. Okay, we'll address that too. Is there anything? No, I can't think of anything. So now what? Our whole agenda is laid out in front of us. There's no surprises. There's no secrets. So as long as you can weave in your answers to what they gave you up front in their basically their potential objections, it should greatly reduce the objections at the end of the conversation. So if you say, if we're able to address all of these issues that you've laid out, is there any reason, anything else, any other reasons why you wouldn't strongly consider purchasing it today? And they'll be like, no, I don't think so. Okay, now you're on a good track. So now you go in, you present your product very professionally, you weave in, they talk about price. If you know they're price sensitive, you find a way when you get to the price area of the conversation to address that. There's a lot of ways to do that. You can see some of my other videos on that. Good example is cars. If somebody's buying a $60,000 car, they don't say, well, $60,000 plus tax, and if you want a maintenance agreement on there or whatever, you probably need to write a check for about $75,000. How's that sound to you? Exactly, right? But if they said, you can get into this thing for about $600 a month, so does the price really matter? Isn't it really more what your payment is that matters? And that's a whole nother conversation, right? So anyway, if you know what their objections are up front, you know how to establish it. So basically, tell them what to expect right up front, what you're looking for. And then 2, is there anything else? Basically means what possible objections might you have? Let's get them out up front. But the short version of that, is there anything else that would help our conversation today? All right, so that's all I got to say today. Kenneth G Hasty. If you like these videos, then please retweet, forward, click like, etc. And we'll keep doing them. Kenneth G Hasty, KennethGHasty.com. Is there anything else? Okay, good. We'll talk to you later. Bye.